What you're thinking? And I'm sorry. The Blitzwing review is ready and was supposed to give it to you guys a long time ago, but it had to be put aside for this since, I just decided to walk into Walmart, doing my normal collector thing, and then this happened. Got the new Guardians of the Galaxy shit over here. They got Star-Lord, Rocket. Yo, they fucking around. Okay, well, I'm copying this. I don't care. Like, I'm fucking copying this. Because I need a new Star-Lord. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll return it if it's broken. Oh my god. Holy shit. Things just got way better. No, it's like, hey guys! Bet you haven't seen this face in a while, huh? Hey guys! For real this time. Hey guys, Dylan here, and welcome back to another action figure review. And today we're reviewing the Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Star-Lord. But of course, before we get into the action figure, we gotta get into Star-Lord's origins. Now, Star-Lord's origin is bad. I don't want to curse, but it's absolutely confusing. There's so many versions of this origin that'll honestly have your head spin. So I'm just gonna focus on the ones I know. The one I read in the comic book when my mom first showed me Star-Lord, and of course the MCU one because I actually like that one more. But let's get started. So for Star-Lord's origin, it all starts with his mom, who is alive and doesn't have cancer, I believe. Anyway, it all starts with a spaceship crashing in the backyard. She saves this person inside the ship, and it turns out to be Quill's father. If you don't know what Peter Quill is, that's Star-Lord's real name. Anyway, they decide to, hook up and get married and all that, but his father decides it's time to leave, so they do. And then it turns out that, Quill's mom was pregnant with Quill. Anyway, his life is doing all well and fine. He's a good kid, good things. Until, guess who decides to fucking I'm sorry. His father's enemies show up and kills his mom. And then tries to kill, Quill. But doesn't work because he finds a shotgun and kills them. And then he finds his father's blaster that he couldn't really use at the time. And then guess what these idiots do? I mean, these guys must be butthurt since they got killed by a child. The ship leaves, but when it starts to leave, it blows up Quill's house with him in it. Thankfully, firemen and police officers saved Quill, and in the hospital, the nurse somehow found Quill's father's gun, believing that it was a toy. Look, it wasn't a toy. After being bounced around the foster care system for years and joining NASA, he finds his way off of Earth because, NASA. And trying to get off of Earth, he actually runs into the pirate known as Yondu, and the rest is history. Get it? Because, he was trained by Yondu to use his, but no? Okay, yep, I'll shut up. Anyway, now let's get to the MCU origin. Now, we all know that Quill's father in the MCU was kind of how do I say this without saying the word? He was having relations with a bunch of women from different planets, and one of these lucky women was Quill's mom. And after he left, obviously, she was pregnant with Quill. And after his life, having fun, being a kid and all that, turns out that his mom had cancer. Now, originally, we thought this was because of her genetics, but it turns out that Quill's father actually decided to kill her. So the cancer was Quill's father killing her. So that was a mind blower for me when I first watched the movie. Anyway, sadly, she was on her deathbed, and Quill, as a young boy, was gonna say goodbye, but he sadly just didn't have the courage, so he ran. And I wouldn't have the courage either, man. It's my mom. I don't want to see her like that. Anyway, after he runs away and just starts running, he accidentally gets not accidentally. He gets kidnapped by Yondu to sell him to his father. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't see that. Anyway, Yondu decides not to sell Quill back to his father. Instead, he decides to keep him and raise Quill as his own son. And that's pretty much it for his MCU origin. The painting and sculpture of this action figure is absolutely amazing. The number one thing I love is comic book accuracy. Now, when you take an actor that I always wanted to see in a Marvel role and give him a comic book accurate suit, it's a done deal. I don't care if this show is good. I don't care if the show is bad. It's a done deal. But the point is, this thing's amazing. I love the blue. I love the red. I love the black. you know, the black gloves on the beach. And I love the gold on the emblem. Oh my god! Oh my god! And I love the face. Now, I know a lot of people complain about this actor's face because Marvel usually do mess it up, but I don't see a complaint here. I love the face. This thing looks amazing. I know a lot of people are complaining at the fact that this Star-Lord has the pin arms. Honestly, I'm glad we have them. I know a lot of people think that pinless is the next generation. No, it's terrible. It is terrible, and here's why. When you get an action figure without pins and the arm breaks or the foot breaks, how are you going to replace it? You can't answer that question, can you? Because you can't salvage that entire arm. Because it's pinless. The pins are inside of it, so even if you pop them off and try to replace it, it won't work. Anyway, enough of my complaints. For accessories, he only comes with 2 blasters. Now, obviously, these aren't the blasters that he normally wears, which is kind of weird. I hope in the movie they explain why he only has these 2 blasters, and they look weird. They do. I'm also mad at the fact that they didn't give him a Star-Lord helmet. What is wrong with it? And this scares me because in my mind, ain't no way they're gonna make a freaking movie with Star-Lord in it and not allow him to use his mask. So I decided to make a custom helmet. So basically, this is the What If T'Challa Star-Lord helmet, and I drembled the inside of it so the head can fit on the body. I ripped off the hair and put on new hair. This is, I don't know who character this is, I just know I painted it brown and matched the same texture as the Star-Lord head. I'm hoping it matches, it kind of doesn't, but who cares. And then I also painted the purple stuff silver and the eyes nice and red. And after that, I got myself a perfect Star-Lord helmet. And it works, and it actually looks pretty damn good. Obviously, I gotta do some modifications on the back because the hair's sticking out, but for right now, it works. You know, and now that you look at that, tell me that don't look good. Now it's time for articulation. Articulation on this guy when he first came out of the box was it was crap. Let me just tell you right. Like, stop all the music, all seriousness. It was crap. This figure was crap. The arms couldn't move at all. Like, outwards and everything else, yeah, but it could not move. Like, at all. I had to warm the figure up right out of the box. I had to pop off the arms, and I realized what they did. They took a very small joint and put a ratchet joint stuff on it so that it like clicks every time you move it. I hate that. And I think this is the main reason why arms and feet break, is because they keep using this shit. And it kind of pisses me off. So I got my Dremel tool and I Dremeled off all the ratchet joint parts on both sides, put them back in, and my action figure arms can move nice like butter. Now, obviously, this is a technique where it's like a 50-50 chance of it working. It worked on my side, but also know that even though I Dremeled the joint that hold the arm up, I also Dremeled the inside of the arm as well. The hole where the joint is, I also Dremeled the inside of that as well, so then it can both fit in and, you know, they won't get caught. And by doing that, this action figure moves like butter, honestly. And here is now my conclusion. Sorry if the camera's messed up because things. Now, I want you guys to remember something. When I got this action figure out of the box, I had to fix these arms because these arms couldn't move because they had the peg that was holding the arms together set up as a ratchet joint. If you don't know what that means, when you move an action figure, you hit a click, that's what that is. And they're dangerous. I say that because if the peg gets stuck on the arms, it will not move and it will lead to the action figure being completely broken. I warmed up the action figure in warm water, boiled water from my stove. I took off the arms because when you put plastic in water, it becomes rubbery. I'm telling you this so if this happens to you, hopefully you know what to do. And I took a Dremel tool, basically like a sander or whatever, and I I sand out all of the ratchet joints that was on the peg, making it a smooth surface on the top and the bottom. So when I put the arm back on, it now doesn't make a ratchet joint. There's no ratchet joint, it's just a normal joint, and it just moves. Simple. And I did the same thing on this side because it wouldn't move. I had to make this guy that Star-Lord helmet. That wasn't something he came with it. That was a custom I made myself. All that being said, I do still love this figure because I was able to fix it. And now that I fixed it, it's a great figure. But when you buy something, you shouldn't have to fix it the minute you get it out of the box. That's a 100% fail in my books. Sadly, though I do love this action figure, I can't recommend it, which is why I'm giving it 1 star. That's my second 1 star. And it had to be on Star-Lord. Could have been anybody. But, yeah. So, Blitzwing, Transformers Legacy Blitzwing will be next Friday. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.